The evidence submitted by the prosecution to the court is of 5 people involved in the attacks in Kamembe, Mururu, Gihundwe and Nyakarenzo sectors in Rusizi district. One of the accused is Nsabimana, who the prosecution alleges led the attacks. He joined the FDLR, and when the militia outfit broke apart, Nsabimana joined another armed group, Senelde, led by one General Wilson Iratejeka, and went to its ESM military academy and graduated in 2017 with the rank of second lieutenant. Until September 2018, he was working at the FLN base in Rutsuru region, Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo, and from there to Bukavu to prepare for the group's attacks in Rusizi district. The prosecution alleges that he was one responsible for smuggling in ammunitions, including guns, bullets and grenades, which he and fellow fighters used during the incursions. The attacks were aided by Matakamba Jabelikmas, who is also on trial in the same case. He was in charge of recruiting people to carry out attacks, especially those who would launch grenade attacks. Matakamba is also the one who stored the weapons smuggled into the country from DRC and handed them over to the attackers. There was also one Shaban Emmanuel who led and guided the attackers on Rwandan territory. He worked closely with the Nsengimana, helping him to cross from DRC through River Rusizi and take him to the site of the attack. He also lured his young brother Nikuzwe Simon to join the armed group. Another suspect whom the prosecution pinned in court is Nibiramira Innocent, who was involved in the grenade attacks in parts of Rusizi district. Byukusenge Jean-Claude was also accused by the prosecution of involvement in the grenade attacks and ambushed vehicles, shooting at the occupants. The prosecution alleges that the attacks were aimed at killing civilians, only for the targeted people to be saved by what prosecutors called God's supernatural interventions, as the grenades were hurled near Stella's Bar at the 3rd Street in Kamembe town, in public installations including local administration offices, as well as ambushing private and public vehicles and firing at any car that would refuse to stop in the mounted ambushes. Often attacks would be prevented by the fact that RDF swiftly responded and came to the aid of the targeted communities when they heard gunshots, and the fighters would run away. Defendants are collectively charged with enrolling into an illegal armed group, conspiracy to commit terrorism, recruiting people into terror activities, unlawful use of ammunition and explosives in the public places, attempted murder, and arson as an act of terrorism, among other charges. The prosecution alleges that all crimes were linked to terrorism because the perpetrators themselves said they wanted to show the international community that MRCD-FLN coalition armed group was fully operational. This Thursday, the prosecution submitted evidence to court against 5 defendants, the biggest number since this hearing of the 21 co-accused opened. The prosecution told the court that they would have 3 more hearings to conclude their submission against 21 defendants. The hearing was adjourned and will resume next week on April 28th and 29th, 2021. Reporting for RwandaTV News, Athan TASHOBYA.